Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the 41st Ryder Cup, where we can finally talk about things that are actually going to happen in less than 14 hours or so. We're joined by U.S. Captain Davis Love III. And Davis, as you glance at these new pairings that we all just found out about 5 or 10 minutes ago, what are your initial impressions?
I'd like to sit and study them a little while. I hopped on a cart and raced back up here with Dustin Johnson on the back, and he immediately said, "I love these pairings." So that's the way what you want to hear from your players, that they're excited. You know, Darren said on the stage, we kind of knew what he was going to do with that first group and guessed a little bit on the rest of them. But we just picked 4 of our best alternate shot pairings, foursomes pairings, and lined them up in the best order we thought for getting started. So we're excited about our 4. We knew Europe's going to put out great teams no matter what we did, so we put out great teams as well.
Now let's open up the floor for questions and start on our right, number 1, TJ.
Davis, after almost 2 years of preparation now, trying to get that ski shot ready, how excited are you for such a good back tomorrow?
I know there's 18 guys that were sitting in dark suits on the right that were excited it was over with, especially me. Those guys were sweating because it was hot, and I was sweating because there were so many people that I had to speak in front of. But, there's been a lot going on for the last, 2 or 3 weeks from our side. We had 2 big days of captain's selections that guys had to go through. We've had a lot of planning. Obviously a lot of excitement and build-up, and that's the way it always is, the build-up to the Ryder Cup. And our guys are really, really excited to play golf. You could see it in their practice today, their enthusiasm last night when they got back to the team room. They're ready to go, and I'm sure, just watching Darren's guys walk around, play, Darren's attitude, they're excited to get it going too. So the time has finally come.
Let's go straight ahead, number 2, please.
Well, it's an incredible session, really, overall. I kept looking at this lineup, and every time now instead of us writing it down on a yellow legal pad like my dad did, which Jim Furyk had a pile of those, but it's on cell phones, it's on pictures, it's on notes, and we keep looking at it on your phone, and I need to destroy a lot of stuff, actually, and go back and delete. But every time I looked at this lineup, I just got more and more excited about all 4 matches. Obviously not knowing who they were going to put out, but guessing a little bit. But again, that first match is going to be exciting. It just happened that Patrick Reed's name is at the top of the list, but our most fired up guy is going to be in front of the most fired up crowd maybe in the history of golf. So that's a good start. And then you got a guy that can handle that crowd and handle the pressure playing with him. 2 of their best players, obviously. So I think I might watch that match right off the bat. We've got, obviously, both teams have a lot of captains. So it gives me and Darren a lot of freedom to pick and choose who we go watch. So I might watch that one a few holes starting off.
Let's go on the left side here, 4, please.
Davis, I had $10 on Phil and Ricky to go out first. Can you tell me why I lost my money? Is that possible?
It was hard to decide who went where. Phil always has a plan. That's where he likes. Everybody kind of weighed in where they felt they'd be most comfortable and where they'd like to play. But again, Patrick Reed for the last 6 months. I mean, he's just been talking so excited. He's ready to go. He's fired up, and we just felt like that first tee atmosphere just fit him and Jordan to get it kicked off. I mean, we went a bunch of different directions, but I think all 4 of our teams are great, and we could have just thrown the cards up or let Julius put them out there. But we liked Patrick getting out there first and getting started.
Number 2, please.
Yeah, we put one really good player with another really good player. They matched up well. Those are guys that have played a lot of golf together over the years, that have played a lot of practice rounds together. I keep telling them this team of 12 has no record. They've never played together before, but they've played a lot of golf together before, and they know who they want to play with and who they're comfortable with. I think the biggest thing for us is this feeling of preparation and trust, and those guys, those pairings trust each other in a pressure situation, and they're actually very easy. The hardest thing for me, obviously in 2012, I've been through this, an assistant captain watching other captains do it. The hardest thing is sitting out, and Darren had the same struggle. We talked about it last night. It's not who you put out there, it's who you sit out is the hardest thing. And to go to those other 4 guys that I've got sitting out in the morning and tell them they're not playing, be ready, for your next chance. It's hard to do, but we love this lineup, and then we'll throw another lineup out there in the afternoon that we're just as proud of.